Hi, good evening. Welcome to Sports Today. We're just minutes away from two Group C matches in the European Championships. Of course, four matches to be played from around now, two beginning at 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. India Standard Time. So that's going to be what that's going to mean is that the final matches of Group C and Group B would be played out by early by the early hours of Tuesday morning India time. So I'll start with the Group C games, two matches scheduled there between the first one between Ukraine and Austria, and the other one between North Macedonia and the Netherlands. They're the two Group C matches that are going to be played. Netherlands have, of course, qualified for the round of 16. It's now largely about Ukraine and Austria. This game, of course, Austria's this will this Ukraine Austria game will feel like a bit of a knockout match already, right? Because Austria are looking to reach the knockout stages of a major tournament for the first time in since the 1982 World Cup, which has been what, like 39 years, nearly 4 decades since they qualified, since they went beyond the group stages of a major tournament. Of that was the last time they did was in the 1982 World Cup. Well, then Austria currently on at the third position in Group C on 3 points, just behind second place Ukraine, who are second placed, and that's the differences based, and they're behind them on goal difference. Even if this game ends in a draw, Ukraine would have done enough to finish second behind the Netherlands and make it through to the round of 16. But Austria, on the other hand, they will need to win this game versus Ukraine at Bucharest. So that's how this game is lined up. They want to. Austria is to face a must-win situation in this game against Ukraine. Ukraine, remember, on a draw is going to be enough for them to reach the round of 16. Well, the other one is North Macedonia versus Netherlands. Um, They've already qualified for the round of 16. The Netherlands won both the games, but they'd want to announce themselves and storm into the round of 16 with a comprehensive looking record behind them, three victories. They missed qualifying for the World Cup in 2018, 3 years ago. And it would be really nice if they can top the group with three victories, and if they'd want to really dominate North Macedonia tonight. Those are the two games which are beginning at 9:30 p.m. India Standard Time. Two other games to be played, of course, from Group B: Finland versus Belgium and Russia versus Denmark. Those games will start at 12:30 a.m. India Standard Time. Of course, Finland will also be in the reckoning to qualify for the round of 16 on their European Championship debut. Remember, they had defeated Denmark in that game, in that unfortunate instance where Christian Eriksen had collapsed on the field for Denmark, and that was the game Finland won after um, the game had been paused and halted for several minutes while Christian Eriksen first received treatment on the field and then went off and was stabilized in a hospital later. The Finland came back and stunned Denmark 1-0, but then went on to lose to Russia. Whereas Belgium will be, on the other hand, they'll be looking to play down. Again, they'll be looking to kind of lay down a marker with three wins. They've also qualified, remember, for the round of 16, the European Championship. And the last game that I'm going to talk about for tonight is the one between Russia and Denmark. This is going to be an emotional night for Denmark, I'd say. It all started a few days back, last weekend. I just mentioned that game between Denmark and Finland. Um, Christian Eriksen collapsed on the field, and then Denmark couldn't quite, uh, pull it off, and they were stunned 1-0 by Finland. But can they stay alive tonight? Do they have a chance to qualify for the round of 16? Yes, they do. They will, of course, but this now has become a lot about permutations and combinations. First, um, this is they have to win, and Finland, if they lose, will take Denmark to number two. On the other hand, Russia will also have a chance of qualifying for the round of 16 if and they would want to maintain that nice momentum that they picked up at the 2018 World Cup. So, and by the way, even a draw will be enough to take them through. So Denmark, they'll of course need to win big. They want to come out and come out all guns blazing against the Russians in their game. Also, remember these two Group B games: Russia versus Denmark and Finland versus Belgium. They will start at 12:30 a.m. India Standard Time, and the two other games I just spoke about from Group C: Ukraine versus Austria, North Macedonia versus the Netherlands, will start from 9:30 p.m. In fact, we're already 4 minutes into these two Group C games. Well, that's that for the European Championship rundown. We'll be back with more. We'll be back with a lot more updates now with the World Test Championship final. 2 more days left. After that, of course, we'll bring our experts back on the European Championship. We'll get some nice spicy debates for you. We'll figure out how the top contenders have done so far, who've been the disappointments, who've been the surprise packages. We'll have a lot more lined up by the end of this week when we're heading in to the round of 16 and then the quarterfinals of the European Championship. Thank you so much for joining me on this broadcast. It was quick, as this is all I wanted to update you on. The 4 matches lined up. Abhishek, Harde, and Tekshu, thank you for joining me on this show. We'll be back with a lot more tomorrow morning. And of course, we'll build up to the fifth day of the World Test Championship final being played out in Southampton between India and New Zealand. Thank you. Have a safe night. And please do subscribe to Sports Today. Thank you.